What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Married to Reality. I'm your co-host, John, here with my wife and co-host. One time I showed her my knife skills, and then she quickly showed me her nursing skills. It's the one and only Nurse Teresa.
Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing? That's so true. It actually happened.
I still have a scar on my hand.
Guys, John bought a knife for hiking, and we got out of the car, did 5 steps, and John is like, look at my new knife. We didn't even hit the trailhead, and he already got himself injured.
And my knife, just to paint the picture, in comparison to whatever machete Kris purchased, my knife is like a nail file compared to what she has.
Yeah, it was like a nice pocket knife.
Thank God, because I probably would have been down an arm if this knife was any larger.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, you live and you learn. And then
Very true.
You get cut. Yeah, I thought, hey, it's good to protect yourself. Little did I know I needed to protect myself against myself.
Yes, it's also good. Let's say we got lost, we needed to eat, we can find a rabbit and skin it.
We don't know how to do that at all. But at least we have the
I know how
tools.
to skin a rabbit.
Could you make a fire to cook the rabbit, though?
I could try.
I don't think we were prepared.
No, I also wasn't planning on getting lost.
Well, does anyone ever plan on getting lost? Some people do, I think. Some people actually do. Are like, let's just see where we end up. It doesn't end up well. I can tell you that much.
Yeah, no, I feel like the one time we went off the trail and then we saw bear footsteps, I think that's as adventurous as we'll get on the trails. We love hiking, but let's keep it on the safe side and just be on the trail.
We can stay on the trail.
Yeah.
What an episode.
Oh my gosh.
Folks, I know Kris has night terrors. Now I have night terrors thinking about Kris and that. I have knife terrors, Teresa.
I mean, this is out of control. All these couples are so out of control, authentic.
If you guys listened to this podcast a year plus ago, well, I'm eating my words because I used to hate the other way.
Yes.
I used to not be able to stand watching people on their 2-week bang vacations. Now, this is the best iteration of 90 Day Fiancé we've seen in a long time.
Because all these couples are just pure gold.
Pure gold, pure entertainment, and it's authentic entertainment. We see a lot of couples, especially in the 90 Day franchise, who go on this show. They want to build up their Instagram count. They want to become influencers.
Maybe some.
A lot.
Well, yeah, but like some of them, I think a lot of them are actual couples.
In the past or currently?
Even currently, like look at...
No. I'm saying currently, it's all authentic, and that's why it's unreal. Debbie is not looking to sell boom bod. She's just pure.
Who was selling boom bod?
Who's not selling boom bod, Teresa?
I don't know what boom bod is.
Danielle from Danielle is selling boom bod. I think Nicole sold boom bod. It's like a tea that does nothing.
Yeah, clearly.
But Kris, you think Kris is going on to try to sell boom bod? No. She's looking for other supplements, but not boom bod. These are just authentic maniacs.
Yeah, I feel like all these couples are, I think they went there to the other country for a good reason to try it out. But I don't know how many of them will last because these relationships are so out of control. So out of control.
We're here for it.
Maybe Gabe will last if he gets his shit together, but...
Yeah, if he could figure out business. If he could figure out his foreign business.
His business
enterprise.
model sucks. I don't know if the product's good, but
I love the product.
Yeah, but he needs to be on top of things. If you want to make living out of it, you cannot just be all over the place forgetting things.
No, and especially that's how you're planning to provide for you and your family. You should have your ducks in a row. You should have your fake dicks in a row.
Whoa, let's not skip ahead because we do it again. Once again,
well,
you and we're just like doing everything at the beginning, and then we get that, and we're like, well,
we're a little excited. All right.
Wait, way too excited.
Real quick, guys, real quick. We're on Instagram, at Married to Reality Pod. Message us. Check out the memes. We have a good time over there. At Married to Reality Pod on Instagram. Come on over. Also, join us on Patreon, patreon.com/married to reality. We are currently covering Darcey and Stacey, but a lot of good stuff is coming to the Patreon. So stay tuned. We might even give you a little hint very shortly about why you should stay tuned. So patreon.com/married to reality. There's video, there's audio. Great time. Also, if you follow the Instagram, you join the Patreon, definitely make sure you give us a follow wherever you're listening right now. Whether it's Apple, Spotify, TuneIn, Stitcher, you want to follow us here. So no matter what we drop, when we drop, if it's on the free feed, you'll get it. It's so easy to follow. You just look down and smash that follow button.
Guys, smash it like it's as hard as Usama's art because he's not bad. You don't think so? I liked it.
It's not good. There was one. I think they showed 3 paintings. There was one.
I liked it.
There was one that I would consider decent.
I liked it.
Well, that's the beautiful thing about art, Teresa. It speaks to different people in different ways.
Don't say.
That's how I feel about it.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Okay.
How do you feel about Dave Matthews?
Ugh.
Exactly.
Dave is not even an artist.
Oh, how dare you?
He is just.
Oh, you're right. He's more than an artist.
Yeah.
He
the sucks.
And Teresa's review of Dave Matthews is terrible, but a lot of your reviews that you're sending our way are lovely. So if you haven't left a review, please do. If it's a 5-star review, we'll read it right here. And I have one to read right now, Teresa.
That was a nice jump.
Oh, thank you. All right. That's what I do. Is this your first time on the podcast? Welcome. Welcome, Teresa. I'm the king of segues.
Okay.
All right. New review from our friend Schweiny Girl.
Love it.
Schweiny Girl? Schweiny Girl?
Sweeney girl.
Schweiny Girl. 5 stars, titled Best 90 Day Pod.
Love it.
I must have tried out every 90 Day Fiancé podcast in existence, and this is the only one still in my weekly rotation.
Love it, love it.
Well, I mean, I love supporting other 90 Day pods, but I'm glad you're sticking with us. Other podcasts go way too hard on the snark, while John and Teresa seem to actually enjoy watching the show for the absurd entertainment it provides.
They sure do.
I love their lighthearted banter and insight. Look no further for the hands-down best 90 Day podcast around.
Woohoo!
Schweiny Girl.
Love it. What a review.
What a review. I hope I'm pronouncing your name wrong. I mean, favorite person is what I'll call you, but Schweiny Girl is what you prefer to be called.
Love it.
Thank you for that.
So much. Guys, these reviews really make our days.
Teresa's blushing right now.
I'm blushing. That's beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you so much. All right. Should we do it? Should we do a little 90 Day, by the way?
Yes.
All right. Number 1, and you may know a little bit about this.
Okay.
Another season of Love in Paradise is upon us.
Ooh, yep.
This looks like it's going to be a good one. Okay? One romantic hopeful is making a lot of headlines. This is like a 2-part, by the way. By the way, 1, Love in Paradise is back. By the way, 1.5, who is making an appearance on this season is out of control.
All right, I know about some. I know our gay couple is gonna be back.
Yes, Valentine and Carlos.
And they played it on very, very low on social media. And I kind of was wondering, are they still together?
Well, I wonder if when they filmed this, because their storyline is going to be, we saw the engagement at the end of last season. Now this season is going to be about them planning for the wedding.
Well, here's the thing. Like, if they know there's another season, they can kind of keep it on the down low.
That's true.
I've seen their social media. They're not on each other's Instagrams.
Interesting.
But I don't know if it's like Darcey. Darcey never posts anything about her man just to keep us guessing.
They could have filmed this a year ago, though, and maybe now they've recently.
I don't think they would film a year ago.
Who knows, Teresa?
We'll see.
Anyway, so yes, Carlos and Valentine, of course, the return of one of our favorite couples. Then someone I'm going to hate watch, okay? I'm going to hate watch Pedro's mom, Lydia, coming to Love in Paradise.
She's a moron, but I think
she's an absolute moron.
She'll deliver.
I mean, what, first date, chicken feet?
Yeah. Well, who is she going to be in love with? An American person?
I don't know. Their name is Scott. They met online.
They must be because
Scott's
it's
pretty
Love in
American.
Paradise. Yeah.
Scott's pretty American. Well, he could be from England. He could be from another country. But yes, I don't think he's from the DR. But they're going to try to officially meet for the first time in the Dominican Republic. That's going to be their story.
I think he must be loaded and bring her a TV or something.
Oh, yeah. So that's going to be exciting. Other couples this season, Jessica, who is pregnant, and her partner, Juan. I wonder if she is pregnant with Juan's baby or
That would
not.
make sense.
But it'd be more interesting if it was someone else's. So, because I just looked at my next note. There seems to be a cheating scandal involved. So who knows if Jessica, if she cheated on Juan
I don't know.
and is pregnant with someone else's baby. I don't know.
Boy.
There's also a nudist, Jordan.
Oh.
And you have a lot of familiarity with nudists in your family, Teresa, so I'll be
Yeah,
interested
my
to
parents
hear.
are a couple of nudists.
I'll be interested to hear your perspective. Jordan and her anything but open, this is in quotes, anything but open partner, Everton. So we'll see how that works back and forth between a nudist and a non-nudist.
Are those two girls or girls and a guy?
I don't know.
A girl and a guy?
Teresa
Okay.
will have to, we'll be able to tell the nudist's gender very quickly. Then we have a successful doctor, April, and a much younger Valentin. Valentin and Valentine is going to get confusing, but stay tuned.
Valentine and Valentine.
I think so. Stay tuned. And last but not least, Matt and Anna, who met online in a chat group. They're going to be bringing us some drama to the screen. So season 3, 90 Day Fiancé, Love in Paradise, premieres April 17th on TLC. And should we do it right here, right now, Teresa? Should we announce for our friends?
Yes.
We're going to be covering it on the Patreon.
Together with
Oh, double announcement.
with the brother husbands.
Seeking brother husband.
Seeking brother husband.
Which
Yes.
starts a little sooner. That starts in March, I
Yes.
believe.
So we're gonna finish the sisters,
Yes.
replace them with the brother husband.
Seeking brother husband.
And then we're gonna add Love in Paradise. So guys, the Patreon is gonna explode.
This is the time to get on the Patreon. Get on right now. Catch up on Darcey and Stacey. We're rolling it into Seeking brother husband. And then we're going to plop Love in Paradise right on top of that for all of your listening and viewing pleasure. If you're at the family affair level, we're on video for both of those podcasts.
And we're still doing the bonuses for the
family affair.
So guys, Patreon's gonna be out of control.
Family affair. If you're on the family affair level, that means you're getting 9 to 10 pods a month. So
Wow.
that's a lot. All right. So that's exciting. So that's, by the way, number 1. Okay. By the way, number 2.
Okay.
We talked about Devin and June. She was getting into podcasting. We talked about that last week. Now another 90-dayer is taken to a different medium. Not the microphone, the camera.
Okay.
Tanya of Sinjin and Tanya, she's trying to become a YouTuber.
Ugh.
She's got her own channel, Life with Tanya. Okay. She's
They all freaking do it.
She's uploaded several videos over the past few months, but she just made a big announcement of her latest video. It's a 2-part series, 2-part vlog on her and Sinjin's divorce. Now, she's clearly clinging on to whatever she's got because only a few people are tuning into this YouTube channel. These videos only have a couple hundred views, so I'm not sure that people are that interested in this story anymore, but Tanya's trying to stay relevant. She's putting out the videos on the divorce. She's got other videos like her dating chronicles or her Christmas decorating. If any of this sounds interesting to you, search Life with Tanya on YouTube and have at it, friends.
Oh boy.
All the Tanya content your little heart desires.
Oh boy. Well, good by the ways. By the way.
Pretty good, right? By the way, not bad. By the way, not bad. All right. Well, that's just to tee up this episode because I think this is going to be a juicy one. We're talking about Sunday night, 90 Day Fiancé, The Other Way, Season 4, Episode 5. Teresa was reverse counting me. You were like the director on a television show. You were going like 5, 4, but you were going the other way. 4, 5.
Well, I was doing Season 4, Episode 5.
You know I'm not good at math, so thank you for that. I could use all the help I can get. All right, where are we starting?
We're starting with Mahmoud and Nicole. And
I wanted to just correct how you pronounced his name,
It's
but
Mahmoud.
I don't think anyone knows, so it's all fair game.
It's Mahmoud.
I think it's Mahmoud.
What?
Exactly.
It's Mahmoud.
I think it's Mahmoud. The way
You're
Nicole...
just doing an accent. It's like if you said my name, I would be like, no, it's Teresa. You'd be like, Teresa. I'm like, no, it's Teresa.
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 Mahmoud.
Mahmoud.
Tomato. To Mahmoud to Mahmoud, if you will.
Mahmoud.
You say what you want. Here's all I know. I wish I had the old "I'm mopping the shower" excuse for when I'm in the bathroom and you're like, John, you've been in there for a really long time. What are you doing? And I'm like, I'm just mopping the shower. Nothing to see here. I'm just mopping the old shower. I don't know.
That's probably what you're doing.
Just mopping the shower, Teresa. Give me that excuse. Also, how big is this bathroom that Nicole can fit in there with a camera crew? That's pretty impressive.
I think there's one person with her.
You think just a camera?
Yeah.
No sound, no lights. Just
I think
her.
it's like the camera with the little mic. And I'm sure she has a little clip-on mic.
She's got the clip on mic.
Yeah, so I think that's about it. I was gonna say this. We've seen a lot of showers on this show, and I'm not judging anyone. We all come
Baby
from
showers,
different countries.
bridal showers.
Well, that too, but
Oh.
we all come from different countries, from different cultures, from different money, if I have to say it, right?
Say it. This is your
But-
podcast.
This shower is not as bad as I probably thought it might be.
Well,
Minus the mopping.
that's how you keep it clean. If you want to look to one of our other couples this season, you look at Yohan.
Yeah.
And that shower situation leaves a little bit to be desired. And yes, I think you're right. Showers of all shapes and sizes. This one, as I said, is pretty decent that it can fit you and a camera crew.
Yes.
Straight to OnlyFans when there's a
Hey.
camera crew in the bathroom.
Well, but this scene is just sad. And it's like, Nicole, I have to say that I can't figure her out. Like, is she running from did she do some shit in the US? So she just ran?
No, that's
because
Danielle.
she hates Egypt and she knew she's gonna hate it. She was going there, and before she even left the American soil, she said, I don't like Egypt. I don't want to move there. And now she's there and she's miserable. She hates it. And her husband is like, okay, like, are you really in love? You're not in love. You're so different. You don't know each other. And the fact that you call each other baby or honey, that doesn't mean that you're married. It just means that you don't know anything else. You have nothing else to say.
So, yeah, here's how I feel about the whole homesick thing, because she says to the camera she's homesick, then she says to Mahmoud that she's homesick. To me, this is such a red flag, and it's so clear that there's no love there, because you and I, me and you, John and Teresa
and John.
Teresa and John, we've lived in different cities together. Mm-hmm. We've lived in different states together. Mm-hmm. We've traveled to a whole bunch of countries together.
Mm-hmm.
And as long as I'm with you, I never feel homesick,
Me neither.
right? Because you're my home. The
Yeah.
person is the home. And so for Nicole to be with Mahmoud, her husband, and to say she feels homesick, even when she's with her husband, means, oh, you don't love him, because home is where you are. Home is not a zip code. Home is not a specific apartment. Home is who you're with.
They got married after 30 days of knowing each other, not 30 days being together that whole time.
Yes.
Like, this relationship is ridiculous. And you know why she's homesick? It's because she married into a culture that's so different from her, and she doesn't want to accept it, even though she did, because she became Muslim, and now she's like struggling because it's very different. I'm telling you, if she moved to France or Germany or England or Austria or the Czech Republic, where she wouldn't have to change that much. Like, those countries could be very similar. You can maintain your lifestyle that you had in the US. It's just a little adjustments, right? But do you feel very differently in Czech? You don't.
No, and again, because I'm with you. If I was
True.
with a stranger, and I'm going to consider Nicole and Mahmoud pretty much strangers in comparison to us or to anyone who has a real comfortable relationship, then I might feel differently. But as long as I'm with you and you show me the ropes and you're speaking the language, I feel very comfortable. I feel very at home. What you said makes a little bit of an interesting point. where maybe she's not homesick in the sense of,
No, she's not.
oh, I miss my friends, I miss my family, I miss this apartment. She misses the American way of life.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%. She does not like this. Oh, you cannot wear this. You cannot wear that. You cannot have friends. You cannot do this. We're all going to live in this family home with one bathroom. Like, she does not like it. She is in her late 30s. She lived alone. So, like, from living alone, doing your own thing, loving fashion, going to, all right, I'm living in a pink room with 59 family members, one bathroom, and I'm not even allowed to do shit. No friends, nothing. I would not do it, but she signed up for it. She knew it. She's been there. She's done it. I don't know why she's doing it again.
It's just interesting because you're right. But that's a different type of homesick. That's a cultural homesick.
Yeah.
When people go to college, right? When they move away from home for the first time, they get homesick. The culture hasn't changed that much. You can still dress how you want.
Yeah.
In fact, you have more freedom when you go to college. When on a more micro scale, when you go for a sleepover for like the first time and you're young and you get homesick, you miss your parents, right?
I loved it.
That's yeah, because your parents are walking around nude. It's embarrassing. But that's when I think of homesick, that's what I think of. But you're so right. She just misses the American way of life.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, I'm telling you, if Mahmoud was French and she moved to Paris or somewhere in France and she could just be fashionable and eat croissants and dress however she wanted and do whatever she wanted, things would be, I don't think she would be running back home or thinking about it.
Yeah, she's already got the beret.
Yeah, and it's not like she lived with her parents. Her parents are in Idaho. She was in LA. You have a few friends. Friends come and go. I have a few good friends that I don't see often. We chat. But like, we all live all over the place. That's life. Like, for me, friends don't mean home.
I agree.
You, however, my partner, yes, whatever
Yeah.
you just said is absolutely true. But because I've had so many friends, international friends or friends back home, and we all moved and we all did things. And so for me, like, staying somewhere because of friends doesn't make any sense to me, because friends come and go. And if you are good friends, you keep in touch.
Sure.
So for her to, yes, she's not homesick. She's culture sick because she does not want to be in this. And I'm not judging his culture because that's what he's used to. He grew up like that. It's normal. It's not normal for someone in her late 30s who's been living her best life in LA.
She's not homesick. She's sick of Egypt.
Oh, yeah.
And it's as simple as that. And Mahmoud says, okay, well, what can I do to make you happy? I'll do anything to make you happy. And so they go out, they hit the town, because I bet she is feeling a little claustrophobic, right? She's used to living alone, but now she's living with the entire family. So they hit the town. And yes, the first thing I noticed was stop honeying each other. Mm-hmm. Oh, what's this, honey? Oh, this is a cafe, honey. Oh, but it's just for men, honey. It's like, no, honey, enough with the honey. And I said it on a past episode, I don't buy that they're actually together anymore. I feel like they're together for the show because they broke up and then TLC came knocking and they're going, oh, well, okay, let's get back together and pretend we're a couple so we can film. And they think, oh, real couples honey each other. And so they're honeying each other because it's too much.
Well, I don't think that. I think she probably was like, let me give it one more shot. Maybe I can do it. But then she ultimately decided on day one that she does not want to do it, and she's now trying and he's trying, but it's not ideal. And here's the thing, Czech people, I talked about it before, Czech people love Egypt, but you never leave the resorts unless you go on a tour with the resort, like you go to see the pyramids, like you go on these little tours, because it's just, let's say if you are a woman, it's not safe for you to be walking around on your own.
Well, I don't want to generalize. We don't know that specifically. I'm sure. I think what we learn here and why this show is so fascinating is we do learn, there's some cafes that only men are allowed. There's others that men and women are allowed. And so I don't think we can generalize and say, a woman can't walk alone. End of sentence, period.
No, not that they can. Of course they can. But I'm saying it might be not as safe
I don't know.
as if you walk down the street on your block.
I don't know. I can't say that. What we have here is Nicole wanting to go to this cafe. Mahmoud says, well, this is a men's only cafe, but we can try. And they sit down and they are getting a bit of side eye. But the waiter says, no, you can sit here. It's fine. And to your point, Mahmoud says, well, they know you're foreign. And so I do think foreigners may get away with a little bit more because no one's expected to just live that way of life if that's not your way of life.
Yeah.
So that's why I kind of push back on what you're saying.
I also feel like, not to compare this, but for example, when I'm with you in Czech, right, in my little small town, and we speak English, like people know immediately that you're foreign, that I speak Czech. So they know I'm Czech. And it's like, I know that they know you are foreign. And it doesn't bother me, obviously. I'm fine with it because who cares that you're foreign? But because there is no like a cultural difference. It's not like, oh my gosh, like, oh, I brought this foreigner, I'm breaking some sort of rules, right?
Sure.
But for him, it's like, oh, I have this foreigner who's clearly a foreigner. She's pale and she's blonde and she dresses like a Western woman. And now she wants to go to this cafe that she's not supposed to. And I don't know how long he could be doing this. Like right now, I guess it's fun. It's like, oh, she's still new here. But in a month or two, if she stays, she'll be like, no, like I need you to be the Egyptian way.
Yeah.
You cannot just be doing this. And everyone's like looking at us like, what am I doing?
Right. And that's why it is so important, I think, to respect the culture that you're in, because you are the outsider and you don't want to step on anyone's toes. You're already going a little bit against the grain when you're saying, oh, why don't we go here? Why don't we go there? Why don't we meet your friends? And it's like, okay, I get it. You're not used to this way of life, but listen to me when I say this is how the way things are and you should try to adapt a little bit. It'll make everyone's life easier. And we see that when she asks to meet his friends and Mahmoud's like, absolutely not. Apparently, and I've done a little reading on this, it's not that common to meet your friends' wives. There is this separation between your married life and your social circle. But Nicole, as both of us originally, were kind of surprised and didn't understand this and thought, oh, that's a little silly. So she pushes for it. Mm-hmm. She's like, let's do dinner and drinks. Let's meet the friends. And Mahmoud finally gives in. And it's like, okay, just this once, never ask again.
And it was so awkward.
It was so awkward. I don't think it was for the show either. Like, they get to this restaurant, all the friends are just burying their faces in their phones. Uh-huh. It looked like kids when they go out to dinner with their parents. Mm-hmm. It's like, can you get off your phone for 1 second? We're having dinner here. Yeah.
You know what's interesting? You remember, what's his name? Rebecca and Ziad.
Oh, so much. I remember so much.
Ziad's from Tunisia, which is also a Muslim country. And he did bring Rebecca out with his friends and all that. And that was, it wasn't okay that she was showing her boobs, that her shirt was too low. Yeah. That wasn't okay. But everything else was fine. Like, he didn't have an issue bringing her out.
Didn't he almost get in a fight?
Well, yeah, it's because someone was looking at her boobs. But he didn't say, oh, no, it's forbidden, right? Yeah. So I just find it interesting that every culture, every country is different. And you can have the same religious background, but some are more straight, what's the word?
More
conservative
strict
but than others.
That's everywhere with everything. I mean, look at, take Judaism. Yeah. Take my religion, for example. There are people who are Reformed, conservative, Orthodox, house by house, family by family, brother versus sister, take things at different levels, right?
True.
So everybody's different within the faith. Everyone's different within their family. Everyone's different within their synagogue or their church, or like people take things the way they want to take them. So,
or the only way they know they grew up if they don't know any better.
Sure. But to expect that every single person and one religion is going to act the same.
Oh, I
No,
didn't
that's not
expect
gonna
that. I'm
happen.
just saying, like, they're more or less the same age, right?
Yeah.
I just said it's interesting. I wasn't questioning it.
Yeah. So this meeting was awkward, of course. I think
So
the most interesting thing was that one of the friends would want to marry an American.
Yeah, because he's looking at Nicole. He's like, oh, yes.
Oh yeah, she's exotic looking.
Yeah, for sure. She stands out and he's looking at her and he's like, yes, that's what I want too. Doesn't think of all the other things that he might be dealing with.
Yeah. So I don't know if this went the way Nicole thought it was going to go. I mean, at one point, a guy takes out his phone and just makes a phone call. I don't know who he was talking to, if he was calling for a getaway vehicle, get me an Uber. I don't know what was happening, but I didn't think they were going to be best friends, but I think this was more awkward than I thought it was going to be.
It was really bad.
It was...
One of the guys was like, well, this never happened before. I've never got invited to a restaurant with my friend and his wife.
Yeah. I hope it was a learning experience for Nicole. I don't know if it was, in the sense that, okay, maybe she should listen to Mahmoud. Maybe she should take his word on some of these cultural things.
She's like, I should probably listen to Mahmoud. But also, I think it was an eye-opening experience.
Well, what I heard her say was, I got to find more ways to feel like myself. So I don't know how to interpret that. If it means I need to have me time, alone time, Nicole time, or if it means within the culture I need to find ways to be myself. Because, again, I've said from the minute we met her, this is a woman who expresses herself through fashion. Mm-hmm. She's a fashionista, a fashion designer, and she's limited when she goes to Egypt. She can't wear everything she wants to wear. So what else will she do to find more ways to feel like herself? That's going to be my question.
Oh, she's probably going to get on the next flight and come back to LA.
Wouldn't be the worst move.
All right.
Let's move on to one of my other favorite couples.
Debbie and Osama.
And we finally get to meet 24-year-old skateboarding Osama. And turns out he's just a cat lady.
He is. And okay. He's definitely a little odd in a good way, right?
Two peas in a pod with young Deborah over
He
here.
describes himself as a loner. He feels comfortable with cats, not really with people. And I feel like I understand that he might like Deb. However, I think he loves her or likes her or whatever they feel as a companion, as someone who understands him. I don't think he looks at her like, yes, that's my hot future wife.
See, I'm reading this completely different. When I heard him say all of this, I have a farm, we have 3 cows, 13 chickens, 1 donkey. I like the farm because it's just me and my dad in silence. I'm going, oh, this is such a scam. You don't go from not liking people and wanting peace and quiet to marrying Debbie. She's the opposite of peace and quiet. She's anarchy. She's out of control. She's peacock purses and pills.
Well, I think maybe he thinks like, yes, like we can live quiet life for a few years, just paint and write poetry and get out there on the internet because of a 90-day fiancé. But I think they connect on the artistic level. I think they can have a companionship, but they cannot be. She loves him. Like she's attracted to him. He's 24 and he's an artist. She is an older lady. I think she was good. She's good looking for her age, right? But she is way older. Let's just be honest.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they're gonna be banging. Let's just put it this way. Or they may try. But I see them being together more as like friends, like living together as friends.
I agree. I don't know who is whose muse. Maybe they're each other's muse. But Debbie is definitely Osama's backer. I think.
What does it mean?
I think Osama looks at Debbie as a financial backer for his art and a way for him to get his art out there, because he said a couple things, right? He said, I don't have a job. I don't like working hard because working hard kills my creativity, which means, okay, so Debbie is your piggy bank.
I wish I could say that.
Debbie's
too.
your peacock bank. And then he goes on to say how he's a poet, but he writes in English because it reaches more people. And so now I go, oh, we have a motive. We have a motive for this relationship. He wants to grow his audience for his art. He just said in his own words, I write in English because it reaches more people. So he's worried. Most artists, I would say, are not worried first and foremost about reaching the largest audience. They're worried about their art. I want to create what speaks to me. You do your art for yourself. And if it touches other people, amazing.
Well, a lot of artists do try to touch other people. That's how you can make money.
I guess, but a true artist, I don't think would say that. A true artist would say, first and foremost, I'm doing what I do because it's true to who I am. I'm expressing myself. And if it connects with other people, all the better.
Yes, but they still want to be visible. Like you put out an exhibition and you see who comes and who it speaks to, who doesn't, but you still want to put your art out there.
I agree and I disagree. If he's a poet, which he says he is, you want to express yourself the best way you can, the most artistic way you can, the most creative way you can. So you're going to use the language that you're most comfortable with. If I am a writer, if I'm a poet, I'm going to write in English because I can express myself the best way. I'm not going to write in Czech because I'm not going to be able to get out. Don't you dare laugh.
I would love to hear
that.
Right,
because I'm not going to be able to express myself. He's choosing to write his poetry in a language he can't express himself fully in because he's actually not worried about expressing himself the best. He's worried about making a splash and making money.
Well, yeah. How long do you think 3 cows and 1 donkey is going to last him? He needs some cash.
Or he needs a job.
Well, he does need a job, but he's trying to get out there. I don't blame him. He's trying to. English is the universal language. Like writing in English makes sense. I understand. He's definitely scamming Debbie.
Thank
There is
you.
no question about it. But I'm saying like he's trying to get his art out there, and I think he likes Deb. But probably as a friend, as I said, as a companion, someone he talks to, someone he talks art, someone maybe who inspires him. Like I do buy there is a relationship, but I don't buy it's a romantic relationship, at least from his side.
Yeah, and let me clarify at least my definition of scam. I don't think he's a use her and lose her type of scammer. I think he's more long game, Anna Nicole Smith. I'm going to get with this older person, stay with them until they pass, cash in on their money, and while I'm with them, I'll let them finance my lifestyle. I don't think he's just out there for a green card and going to just abandon Debbie.
Yeah, I don't think he's that calculated. He's like a simple dude. I don't think he really thought this through. But I think he definitely will gain a nicer lifestyle with Debbie.
Sure.
And for a few years.
Throw a peacock in the mix of that chicken and donkey.
Yeah, but Debbie is leaving. She's not selling her house or anything. She's giving it, basically keeping it for her kids. So
Yes.
at least that's good.
Here's the other big red flag. Osama tells us, oh, it's not always roses. I'm not always a free bird stuck in her cage. They get into some fights on social media. They'll block each other for a week.
Classic.
And then don't say classic like we do that.
No, we don't. But I mean like classic.
Classic 90 Day Fiancé.
Classic Angela. Classic all these like older women dating or marrying these young guys. And then you see them liking other pics. And you're like, oh.
Right.
Let me block you.
They get into fights. They block each other. Then they always make up, he says. So they're on good terms now, but before he says yes to marriage, he wants to get to know Debbie more, a.k.a. get some more cash. I think this is a long game. I think he's going to suck her dry. He's going to stay with her. He'll be a companion, but he's going to get that cash.
Well, I believe that she knows that this is probably not a love story, but I think she's like, you know what? We get along. to a certain level. He's younger. We can do art together. Let me enjoy a few more years. Like, she's in her late 60s. Like, why not?
Why not?
This is how I look at it. But I'm glad she did a prenup and then leaving the house, like probably put a house under her kid's name. So it's not like she's gonna suck her dry. I don't think they would allow it. I think she has some money that she probably wants to enjoy with him. Why not?
Sure.
Because life in Morocco is probably way cheaper than life in the US.
Sure.
So I don't think she's gonna be spending thousands of dollars. I think she can bring a comfortable life for the two of them in Morocco for a few years and see how that goes.
So they head to the airport, Debbie and Julian.
Poor Julian.
Daughter Sandy tries with the last Hail Mary to try to get mom to stay. Deb is not hearing it. She is not sticking around. She's got her one-way ticket to Morocco, and no one is going to talk her out of it.
Yes, and I feel bad for Julian.
I actually
Julian,
did. Oh, yeah.
I think Julian is like a nice dude. He's
Oh, don't say that. You're going to get a lot of shit.
Really?
Oh, yeah. He was giving off, and, everyone's innocent until proven guilty, but he was giving off some January 6th vibes with that shirt.
The America shirt.
Yeah, and it's a fun shirt. It's wrong. I think it's wrong because the shirt, if you read it in its entirety, said America, and then it said back-to-back World War champs.
Yeah.
America didn't solely win the world wars. I think there was
I missed that.
an alliance
All right, so
of sorts.
yeah, I
But
guess.
hey, be proud of America. You should be proud of America.
Yeah, you should be proud of whatever
But
you
get
want.
the facts straight.
Well, yes, but when I said he seems like a nice dude, he cares for his mom. That's where I was going.
Oh, he was actually sad.
Yes. And okay. I've read an article recently, and I totally agree with it, that only Americans wear their flags on their shirts. No other country wears their flag or anything on their shirt. Unless it's a fucking soccer jersey.
I have a Czech shirt with a Czech
that's for
flag.
fun. My parents made it.
What do you think? It's for fun. The Americans wear it for fun.
What are you talking about? Americans don't wear their American shirts for fun.
What do you
they
think?
wear them.
With pride. What do you mean? Well, if it's not for fun, what's it for? Not for fashion.
Yes.
No, it's not for fashion. It's for fun. It's like, hell, America, hell yeah.
Okay, if I drive down the street, which I will do later to get your Chipotle.
We live in Florida.
I bet that I'm going to see at least one person wearing the shirt with the American flag for fun. They're just going to roll to work. You guys have these little pins on.
So you're saying it's for fun.
No, I'm saying like it's a serious shirt. It's like,
sometimes it's serious.
Let me go to Ralph Lauren and let me go to this gift shop to get some American shirts. People wear American shirts with the flag, and it's not weird. It's not just on 4th of okay. If you only wore it on 4th of July, I wouldn't judge.
I'm going to sort of shine a little light on this. And
you guys love the eagle.
We love our country. Hell yeah, we love our country. Greatest country in the world. Greatest country in the world. But just to shine a little light on this really started to take foot after 9/11. People really started to rock the American flag pin. People really started to have pride in the flag. And of course, it happened beforehand, but it really started to, at least around my parts, started to happen after 9/11. That was in New England, maybe in the South. It's always been the same way, although they fly a different flag in some of those parts. But
I get that, but you wear it on those days, right?
Don't tell me when I can wear my flag.
I just think it's weird.
Why is it weird?
Because why would you dress up as your freaking flag? Fly it if you want to. Don't wear it.
Yeah, I don't.
You wear it all the time.
I don't wear it, but I think there's ways to wear it that are offensive and icky, and there's ways to wear it that are like, yeah, I'm proud of the country that I live in.
The Czech shirt that you have, one my dad made, and the other one I made.
Yeah, and I like wearing it because I am proud to be now part Czech.
I promise you that there is no Czech person in the Czech Republic wearing a Czech shirt. Maybe there are Czech people outside, foreigners living elsewhere.
Yeah.
I have that too, sure. But I feel like, oh, if I put it on, I'm showing where I'm from.
Yeah,
If
well,
I
I mean,
live
why-
in this
why would-
country, like, okay.
Why would you want to wear a second place shirt? You know, if your first place, you want to show it off.
Stop it.
You know,
I just think it's
little
a
first
little,
place pride,
it's a little
Darcey.
aggressive, the amount of American flags on clothing in the U.S. And especially if you go to Daytona 500.
Well, hell yeah. You see a lot of other flags at the 500. Teresa. Anyways, that is Flag the segment. Brought to you
Also,
by
why do you
Teresa.
say America? Why don't you say America?
Oh, it's a long, it's a long,
America.
that's a long explanation, Teresa. I don't
It's
know.
like if you instead of saying eagle, if you just say gull.
No, it's not. I think I'm not gonna get into it. Teresa.
Okay.
But you have pride in your country. We have pride in our country.
I have pride in America too. I live here.
Thank
but
you.
I don't want to. Of course I do. I love this country. I mean, there's some issues. So
There's issues everywhere.
A lot of issues.
There's issues everywhere.
But I'm not rocking the shirts.
Yeah, all right.
I don't know. I just feel like I would, if it comes down to it, let's fly a flag on President's Day or something.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Or on 4th of July. I'm okay
Sure.
flying a flag on
Sure.
4th of July, but
I think people here's I haven't taken a survey and I'm probably very wrong actually. But I imagine people like I bought a American flag tank top for the 4th of July.
well, that makes sense.
That makes
I'm all
sense.
for it. I'm all for it.
But then what are you supposed to do? Throw it out or wait a year to wear it? I think you end up buying it for something. You're buying it for a cookout. You're buying it for a 4th of July party. Now it's in your closet. And now it's a random Sunday. You're going to Home Depot. You pop that thing on. Right? I think that makes fun. If it's Tuesday in August and you're buying an American flag shirt, yeah, maybe check your priorities. But I think if you buy it for the 4th and then you end up wearing it throughout the year, nothing wrong with that. No harm, no foul.
all right.
All right.
All right.
All right. Thank you. Can we take a break?
I love how John goes to the Home Depot on Sundays.
America. Can we take a break?
Yes.
All right. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back in a second. And we're back.
Hello, Jonathan.
Hello there. I don't know why you're still laughing about
Because
this.
it's funny.
Which part?
You going to the Home Depot. We only go there when we move and we need those large boxes and the bubbly wrap.
Bubble wrap?
Yeah.
You got that right. All right. Let's talk about, I was going to say let's talk about another favorite couple, but these are just all, this show is amazing. You know
This
who I'm
show
actually,
is amazing.
You know I'm actually kind of over already?
Yohan and Danielle.
No, I'm still into this.
Yeah, me too.
Jen and Rishi. I'm kind of.
Yeah, I'm so over Jen
kind
and
of over
Rishi.
Jen. And I feel bad because I feel like Jenny and Submit have played out their storyline for us. It's sort of like Jen and Rishi. Jen and Rishi are the new boyfriend. And the new boyfriend is getting blamed for all the things the ex-boyfriend got blamed for. And it's like, I'm a new man. This is a new couple, but we're already tired of them because it's the same storyline as Jenny and Submit.
Also, they are Jenny and Sammy 10 years ago. So it's like, okay, we all know your future.
Yeah, exactly.
Unless Rishi's mom is cool and she'll just be like, yes, marry this older American, don't have any kids, I'm okay with it, sure, screw the culture, YOLO. That's not gonna happen.
Let's see. We can hope. Until then, let's talk about, I think this might be my favorite couple.
Oh my gosh.
Kris. Woo, Kris and Jeymi.
Oh my gosh. I don't even know, but it's the second day. It's only the second day.
And I didn't know we were going to need a translator for this couple.
So me neither. And Jeymi's English isn't perfect, but it's
pretty
not
good.
bad. It's pretty good. Like I can understand her.
It's better than Kris's.
And Kris, yes, she does have a southern accent, but it's not that bad. It's not like what are you saying? Like it's not a super southern accent with using a lot of slang that you really don't understand. Like you can understand her.
It's perfectly understandable for both of them. But the fact that I think Jeymi needed Kris to use a translator because she didn't believe her ears. Because Kris is like, today I want to go out and get some fresh air, and also let's go to a store where they have weapons. And I'm sure Jeymi was like, wait, what? Say that. Kris is like, let me get the translator. I want to go to a store that has weapons. And Jeymi's like, oh shit, no, I heard you the first time.
And it's like, she's from a small town, Alabama. And she's like, I always have weapons in my home. I have like 59 knives. I'm used to just protecting my home. Don't you live in like a town with 50 people that you all know each other?
A knife for every person. But also, who has this photo? Who thinks this is a good idea to send to TLC to put this photo on television?
The knives?
Spread out on the bed.
Well, that's the thing. It's America. You're
Yes.
allowed to have all that.
I don't think you want to wave it around that half those knives are illegal and the other half belong to
She was waving a knife around. Why wouldn't she wave a photo of all her knives?
It was terrifying, but she couldn't bring any of them with her. More likely they were confiscated along with her toothpaste. I'm sure she tried to bring them, but
Here's the thing, right?
yeah.
It's okay if you have a knife. Like, people have knives. Like, you have your tiny knife. You go hunt.
It's an average knife.
You go
6
hunting.
inches.
You do whatever. Yes, people have knives. Like, I'm actually okay with knives, but not with someone who is a total psychopath, who has a lot of issues, who has these episodes, what do you call it?
Night terrors, narcolepsy. Is it narcolepsy? Yeah, narcolepsy.
Like, I would be like, she should not have any weapons. Because
No.
someone who cannot account for themselves at all times, like if she does shit in her sleep, absolutely fucking not.
That's why
she's the last person. I would not even trust her with a butter knife.
That's why Jeymi was like, okay, but no knives in the bedroom.
No knives, period, Jeymi. Dude, run.
Yeah, she was not a fan. She tried to talk Kris out of it, but Kris was like, it's just a part of who I am. I don't know why. I think it was nervous laughter, but Jeymi was literally on the verge of bursting out.
Oh my gosh. I think she was like,
I think it was nervous laughter.
what did I do? What did I do? I think she should pack her 2 boob pillows and just leave.
So cut to the knife store. No pun intended. Kris knows exactly what she wants. She walks right up. She's like, can I see this machete right here? Let me see how this feels in my hands.
She's like, Jeymi, watch. I got this for my 8th birthday.
Jeymi goes, I thought we were talking about a pocket knife. That could kill a cow. And Kris goes, oh, don't worry. I know how to use them safely. And then just starts swinging the knife around in the store. And this was the peak of comedy. Kris holding a 10-inch knife in one hand and a translator in the other. And Jeymi's finally like, all right, lady, like if this is what you want, we can get it, but please put that thing away.
Oh my gosh.
And then, if you saw the meme, who does a happy dance after purchasing a weapon? That should be an immediate revocal of the weapon. If you do a giddy dance after you buy a weapon, oh, I'm sorry, ma'am, I'm going to have to take that back.
She was just so happy she got a knife.
So, and why? I mean, I get it. You're in a foreign country. You're nervous, maybe. But do you need a 10-inch, 12-inch? I need the dimensions on this knife because it seemed bigger than most of the knives she had in her collection.
I mean, why not? Go big or go home, which she's probably gonna.
Go home with a big knife.
Well, I don't think she can bring it. Well, maybe in her luggage she can.
I guess if you put it on,
You have to. I think you make a disclaimer.
If you check it,
but I think you have to let someone know
Oh,
I have a big ass knife in my luggage.
I'm pretty
BTW.
sure. I don't know for certain, but I'm pretty sure. I don't know at all. But I think there's a certain blade length you can have before you need to. I don't think have a license, but definitely need to make people aware that you have that big of a knife on you.
I don't know. I know you can have a bear spray in your checked luggage. That's all
Oh,
I
yeah?
know.
Huh.
Wait, no, you cannot. You cannot have a bear spray in your checked luggage. No, you cannot.
Oh, yeah, because we were going to bring it, and then we were like, oh, no, it's too
No,
expensive.
we just rented it.
They're going to throw it out. Yeah, rent your bear spray, folks.
Yeah.
Rent your
'Cause
bear spray.
Hopefully you will never need it.
Yeah.
And if you do, then you just pay the price that you would have paid if you bought it.
Well, I can't wait to see where this storyline goes because you just threw a big old knife into the mix.
I need more of this.
What could go wrong?
Like, Jeymi looks so petrified.
They did do a little sneaky edit, though. Remember in the scenes from last week, they cut to the knife store and then they have Jeymi saying, "Oh, she's a psychopath."
Yeah.
It was her saying, "Oh, I don't want the sales associate to think she's a psychopath."
Yeah, well,
and I was like,
she is.
"Oh, she's absolutely out of her mind." Certified, I think.
Well, we'll see what's gonna happen because in the previews, she was saying, "I may have go back to Alabama to check on my knives." Well, no, but she might have to go back to Alabama for whatever reason. So let's see.
Yeah, let's see.
I think she just got all her drugs and she's like, "All right, I'm good for a year."
See you in 6 months. When I need a refill. Unbelievable. I need more of them. They better make it the entire season.
This is so good. Okay, let's talk about the least interesting, but yet still interesting couple. It's Jen and Rishi.
Yeah. They're going to meet the family.
I was going to say, damn, Jen's 46, looking good. I thought she was like 40. She's 46.
I thought she was like 44. She's 46.
No, I really thought she was 40.
She is. She's 46.
But she looks good.
It's not that crazy.
She needs a little help with the makeup, but...
Yeah. You know who looked good, just to boot back to our favorite couple? In the interview, in the talking head, Kris. Kris looked decent when she had a decent night's rest and some professional makeup done.
Oh, I think that makeup took a while and someone washed her hair too.
She looked all right.
She looked all right. That's a nice way. That's a nice way to put it.
Okay, Jen and Rishi, it's time to meet the family. Rishi has an outfit. He chose an outfit for her.
Honestly, this is so dumb because all I was saying in the last episode was that why are they showing her these gowns? Why doesn't she just get like a more chilled Indian outfit that's gonna show she appreciates the culture?
Mm-hmm.
Just tone it down a bit. Like those were gowns. Like I would not wear it to meet someone as a friend. I'll be that honest.
Yeah, I still don't
those
see.
were those were like really fancy dresses. And even the store clerk was saying like, yeah, like this might be too much.
I hear you, but I'm going to take the lead of someone whose culture it is. If Rishi's saying, "Hey, this is what you should wear," who am I to say, "No, that's too much"?
Yeah, I think, but here's the thing, and I'll tell you from my own experience, when you're meeting your future spouse's parents for the first time, right? You want to feel comfortable. Like if you don't, it's going to be even more awkward. Like I felt when I met your parents, yes, the conversation was good, it was nice, but I was still nervous as hell, but at least I was wearing something I felt comfortable in.
But dress for the job you want, and you want that job as a wife.
Well, yeah, but what I'm saying is like, she wasn't saying, "Oh, I don't want to wear Indian outfit." Like, no, I'm going to wear my jeans and shirt with the American flag. No, she said, "I'm down, but can we find something that it's more me?" Here we go. Rishi freaking found it. And it's really nice. It fits her well. It's dark colors. She looks good.
It doesn't say America on it.
It doesn't say America. Like, she looks great. She looks like, all right, she appreciates the culture. Here I am, looking nice, looking presentable. That's all she wanted.
Except her reasoning is, "Oh, I don't want to seem suspicious." And then she gets there and is just like, "So, does Rishi have a wife? Are you going to find a wife for her? For him? What's going on?"
And the family's like, why is she asking all these questions? Like, what is she doing here?
Yeah, you kind of blew your cover with that.
Oh, yeah. She was very like, "So have you found anyone for Rishi yet? I'm just like looking forward to go to another wedding." Wink, wink.
Also, Sanjeet is there, Rishi's childhood friend. He thinks the whole thing is suspicious too. But all right, let's roll. Let's bring a friend there if it makes it more normal.
Suspicious. It's not like, "Oh, hey, you're back visiting. You must love India." It's like, "Oh no, I moved here because I love this city so much." Like, come on. Like, okay, I hope that mom is actually getting this.
Well, here's my biggest question of the entire season so far. They get to Rishi's family's house, and Rishi's like, recognize her? Remember her? She met the fam at the sister's wedding, right? What was Jen introduced to then? What was the circumstance of her being at the wedding?
A friend.
Who brings a random friend to a wedding? to get an invite to a wedding, you've got to be a pretty serious close friend.
Well, I feel like Indian weddings are so big that it's like more the merrier.
Okay.
And it's like, honestly, if you're expected to bring a +1 and you don't have anyone, you might ask a friend.
I guess it's just it seems super suspicious to me that the family's clueless as to who Jen is to Rishi. Rishi's sister knows something's fishy. Rishi's sister's like, nobody comes to meet the family, especially a foreigner.
And I mean, listen, people, Sadna and Amit thought that Jenny was a friend of the family.
Mm-hmm.
And meanwhile, she was banging Summit, so...
But that is almost a little more believable because there is such the age difference. Here, it's like, I guess, 10 plus years, but still, you look at the two of them, you go, I could see something sexual happening here.
And sister's seeing it.
Sister's seeing it. And mom, I don't know if she's totally picking up on it, but she's like, what are you doing here? Oh, how'd you end up in my house? And Jen's like, well, I recently moved here. I love Jaipur and it's just so beautiful. And so it's like, okay. I mean, people don't just pick up and move here, I guess, but some do.
Yeah.
And so the family's like starting to get a little more suspicious. And Jen's like, well, how's the matchmaking going with Rishi and his brother? I heard that it's happening. And mom's like, we're going to get him married as soon as possible.
Yeah, but so far, no good matches. Everyone's like short or uneducated.
I thought I was superficial. It's like, everyone's too short for Rishi.
Or uneducated.
And God forbid if they are both.
I mean,
short and stupid.
Listen, Jen was like, all right, I'm tall and I have a college degree. Check.
And she asks a very important question, which I was surprised at the answer. Is it okay if he marries someone who's not Muslim? What if they're Jewish? What if they're Christian?
They're not Muslim.
She asked, what if they're Muslim?
Oh, okay, yeah, but I mean...
Oh, sorry. What if they're Muslim? What if they're Jewish?
Yeah.
What if they're Christian? Thank you. No problem. No problem.
Really? I must have been asleep because I've heard, oh, absolutely not.
Oh,
Mom said no problem?
No, she said as long as they're good-natured.
Oh, okay.
I know.
That's good. I don't know what I was doing.
I think you were probably in shock because I was...
Oh.
Unless you see the cameras there and you don't want to...
Okay.
You don't want to say otherwise.
Here's my question. What do these people tell the parents? Like, why are they being filmed?
Come on. That's why I'm like, I don't buy this. There's so many things that you're like, how do you explain this away?
I mean, listen.
How do you explain this away?
My parents... Until I told them about us covering 90 Day Fiancé, they've never heard of the show.
Okay.
Never. It's on one channel in the Czech Republic. You have to like know to look for it, right?
Yeah.
But it's not popular. My parents had no idea. So let's say if I pull this off and be like, say you and I are on 90 Day Fiancé, I would bring you home, not telling my parents who you are. I would just be like, hey, like I'm doing this exchange program. This is John. He's an American. My parents would be like, all right,
That's
like what's going on? And maybe they would be like, oh, are you guys like dating or anything if he's like an exchange? But they would not know necessarily. I could literally pull this off on my parents.
That's a good point. Yeah, I don't think the family knows about 90 Day Fiancé, but what did they say? Why are there cameras there? There has to have been some story that they were sold.
He can be like, oh, I'm hosting this American woman, showing her around. Like, he can make shit up.
Yeah. Interesting. And then Jen wants to know, okay, well, when did this matchmaking start? And mom drops a little bit of a bomb when she says, oh, it's been a couple of years. And Jen's like, well, that's strange because Rishi had a fiance a couple of years ago. So she is not too happy, and she wants to just rip the Band-Aid off and tell the family the truth. But her reason isn't like, oh, that's not cool. Rishi doesn't want it to come out that way. Her reasoning is, well, then I'm doing his job for him. He needs to be the one.
That's true.
I want a man who's willing to move mountains for me. So he needs to be the one to tell his parents.
Well, he's lying.
His family.
Okay, first of all, he's lying to his parents. So he should come clean and then deal with the consequences if there are any. If the parents are okay with it, if mom is like, sure, I'll take anyone as long as she's educated and tall, then they should be good.
Yeah, whip out the tape measure. It'll be interesting. Let's see. I don't think they can do the
Right.
dance as long as Jenny and Sumit did. I think it's got to come out a little bit quicker.
And Jenny and Summit shouldn't have danced that long because Jenny got old.
And
And
Jenny's got bunions now. It's a whole issue. All
we
right.
love Summit and Jenny.
We should
All right.
do. All right. Danielle and Yohan.
All right.
This is an interesting predicament we're in here.
Danielle is such a moron.
I don't.
But I still love watching it.
Yeah, I don't, she's.
She is so. I don't know if she's naive or if she's just like so bad with money and because she's trying to be good with money. But then I'm watching her making her decisions and trying to live a fancy life. And I'm like, you're not good with money.
Oh, she's terrible. She's terrible with money. She's terrible with money. So we see Sophie again. We met Sophie a couple episodes ago.
We did?
Danielle teaches her yoga. So they were at a yoga studio a
yeah.
couple episodes ago. And so we meet Sophie again. She's in the DR. She speaks fluent Spanish.
Yes.
So she can just grill Yohan. And of course, the topic of conversation is the kids. And Yohan wants kids. And Sophie's like, well, you know how old Danielle, take a look at her. You know how old she is, right? And this is a couple days without her 10-step skin routine. So just imagine how old she really is after a month or two without it.
Well, how old is she? She's 42?
42.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's older when you're trying to have kids.
Yeah.
And so you got a young buck like Yohan coming in at 32. And it's a conversation that needs to be had. And Sophie's like, are you aware that it's going to be hard for her to have kids? You really want to have kids, don't you?
He does, but he can see his life without kids for Danielle. But he believes that the God will give them a kid naturally.
And that's the thing, is he says he's okay without kids, but he's not even allowing himself to picture a life without kids because in his mind, God's going to give him kids. And Danielle knows it's unlikely. Danielle knows, like, I could get pregnant. There's a 5% chance. We were told there's a 5% chance, but I also know it's more likely that I could lose the pregnancy. So she wants to do everything in her power scientifically to get pregnant. Yohan, yes, he wants to go more natural, but that's not the big issue.
Well, the issue is that, all right, Yohan said, oh, I slept with so many women and I got some of them pregnant, especially this one. And Danielle knew about it, but apparently Yohan told her that she lost the baby. Now Yohan's telling the friend that she had an abortion. Here's what I'm thinking. I think he probably said an abortion before, but Danielle didn't understand.
I think you're right because they end up having this conversation a little bit later. And Danielle's like, I need to speak English. I can't have this conversation and not be clear with what I'm saying. So I'm going to speak English. And so if you're saying that now, what you're admitting to is that there's a lot of misunderstandings, especially when you talk about this subject, if you don't have the vocabulary to have this conversation. So I don't want to totally defend Yohan, but again, it's his private life and his personal business and this woman's personal business. And that's for them to decide who they want to share that with. But if Danielle's at a point now where she's going, I need to speak English to have this conversation, well, then it's likely that there was misunderstandings when you had it the last time.
And here's the thing. She's not mad that, he aborted a kid or he had a kid with a different woman. No, that's all good. She's mad because he lied. But did he? Or was it just, as you said, a misunderstanding? Because she does speak Spanish pretty well, but not well enough.
Yeah. And I don't want to put words in her mouth, but to me, it seems like maybe she's mad / jealous isn't the right word. Envious, sort of the same word, but of this woman who Yohan was able to get pregnant.
Yeah.
And she's going, well, maybe he can't get me pregnant, but he got her pregnant. And so there is a little bit of that, plus maybe a little bit of a lie / misunderstanding. It's not good. She's upset. But what upsets me is spending $235 on nonsense witchcraft materials.
What was he buying? Oils? what are you gonna do with that? You're gonna shove it up your butt? You're traveling back to the US. What are you gonna like have your luggage filled with oil?
What you gonna
Such a
do
good
with
idea.
all that stuff upside your butt? They go to this Botanica, aka a Spanish magic store, because Danielle's like, well, I want to help make Yohan's store more prosperous. And I literally, they go into this store and it looks like sort of a bodega type store.
Yeah, it looks like an herb store.
And I literally thought she was doing one of two things because she goes, I want to make Yohan's store more prosperous. I thought she was either buying supplies wholesale to resell. Like, you can't just sell room temp meat, Yohan.
Yeah.
We got to sell some seasonings and oils and stuff along with it. Or I thought she was getting ingredients to whip up some ready to sell, ready to cook options. Like, okay, you can sell the room temp meat, but let's also marinate some steaks and get some things ready to throw on. No. She was buying ingredients for her witchcraft.
And honestly, if she spent $25 on it, I would be like, all right, like this is your so-called passion and witchcraft, whatever Yohan calls it. $235 American dollars.
American dollars.
That's a lot of money that I don't think you really have to spread around.
No, that's the price of hotel peanuts, Danielle.
I was like, I would not spend that money on something that stupid.
No, 3 episodes ago, you were trying to do the books and show Yohan how to be a smart business person. I know you got to spend money to make money, but this is nonsense that you're spending your money on.
Yeah, but she's going to pray or like whatever she does with these oils so Yohan's meat doesn't spoil, I guess.
I don't know what it's for.
I don't know.
I literally think it's like the equivalent of sage. Like, oh, we're just going to sage the store and hopefully you're going to get more customers. It's nonsense. And then on the ride home, they get into a bit of an argument over the abortion. And she's mad because she feels like Yohan lied. But we can't just ignore the fact that Danielle's been lying this whole time, trying to pretend that Yohan has a chance to come to the States when her whole shtick is she's going the other way. She's moving to the DR.
Yeah.
So you're a liar too. If Yohan is in fact a liar, you are too.
I mean, who's scamming who here? Am I right?
They're kind of both scamming each other.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which-
I mean, Yohan is like, well, I've slept with a lot of women and I got one of them pregnant. It's like, I can totally see him banging different, like 5 chicks a week.
Oh, yeah.
Easily. He works at a hotel. He's a fitness trainer. And he doesn't even speak English, which means he only speaks the language of love.
Oh, hello.
So, yeah, he definitely banged a lot of ladies. So why is Daniel so special? Because, I don't know, she promised him to bring him to the U.S.
Exactly.
Wink, wink.
Exactly. So they're in this huge argument, and the relationship is spiraling. There's no trust. And she literally goes and says, I want you to be a different person. That's insane. Why? Don't be with someone. We always say, like, oh, people can't change that much. You want him to be a different person? It's not even like, oh, I want you to change your profession because you're around too many women. No, you want him to be a different person.
What kind of a person? Like, is that a person that he used to be and he changed? Or you just want him to be someone else? Like, what is it?
She calls him a toxic human. She goes, you're a toxic human, and then she leaves.
She needs to sage him more.
There is no coming back from this. If you can dust this off and go back to being a happy couple, you're lying to yourself and you're lying to each other.
Oh, they will dust it off because America and DR.
If you called me a toxic human, there would be no coming back from that. I would never be
like
toxic human.
I guess I mean I hear that it's bad, but like I don't think that I almost feel like I would never call you that, obviously, but I can see people using it instead of saying like, "Oh, you slut," then like, "Oh, you toxic human." Like I see it as,
not
as
that way.
cursing someone out.
No, it's
Really?
I mean, it's pretty bad.
It sounds
If I
bad, but
said-
it's like it sounds like you're in a bad argument and you both are nasty and you just curse each other out and you just run out of bad words.
A toxic human. I mean, you belong in the sewer. Ninja Turtle. Like she
That
says,
doesn't sound that bad.
no, if you Join these two thoughts together. I want you to be a different person. You're a toxic human.
Well, yes.
You should not be married to that person.
I 100% agree, but I didn't understand how bad this toxic human comment is.
It's very bad. It's very bad.
And not like a Ninja Turtle kind of good.
It's pretty bad.
Okay.
It's pretty bad. It's more like Shredder than any of the turtles, I would say.
Okay.
Turtles in a half shell. Turtle power.
Okay.
Go ninja, go ninja, go.
You totally lost me. I've only watched them in Czech.
I should check that out.
We saw Turtle this weekend.
Oh, we sure did. It wasn't a ninja.
No, it wasn't. We walked around the koi pond and I said we cannot leave until we see a turtle.
And we luckily saw one. All right, let's do one more couple here. It's a quick one. It's Gabe and Isabel. Isabel is in the boxer business now.
Well, here's the thing. I don't understand. So she worked for a law firm, meaning whatever she did, she probably was making some money.
Yeah.
And she quit to help Gabe sell undies. And I'm not saying that's a bad business, but it seems to me like it's not global that he needs help. I feel like it's good that he can do it himself. Maybe she can help him on the side. But to quit her job that brings money in because she has 2 kids, I think that's a little premature.
Well, we haven't seen his books. I think it's more successful than Yohan's butcher shop.
Well, true. Yes.
I think it's probably a pretty solid business. When we saw it, we both said, that's pretty smart.
Oh,
we
absolutely.
We said, we don't know how big the market is, but it's pretty smart. It's pretty good. And if I could invest, if I can get in at the ground level, I would throw a couple, I would sprinkle some cash.
Here's my thing, right?
Yeah.
I think it's a great idea. I think he's selling some, but he's still doing it himself in his mom's basement or now in Isabel's and his apartment, which means it's not that huge. If one person can do it, meaning, all right, maybe I'll now have like a lot of inventory I need to create and ship. I might need some help with the books or some help with the labels, right? That I still don't think that's a full-time job for another person.
Well, regardless of how big the business is, he needs her help because he has no idea how to run it out of Colombia. So
he has no idea how to run it, period, because he's been very disorganized.
So should she have quit her job, her salary job? I don't know.
Not yet, I would say.
She does need to help him. Mm-hmm. And that's what we see is them trying to get materials. They go to a shop. Isabel has to take the reins. It's making Gabe look like the assistant. But he's not fluent in the language. He doesn't know how the way business works in Colombia. So he can't do anything but have her take the reins. So whether she needs to quit the job or not, she definitely needs to be a part of this business. Mm-hmm. They end up spending $45 on fabric.
Better than $235 on oils.
Right. At least you can make money back. There is an ROI on this. And say what you will about her choices on quitting her job for this one, but there was something I really liked about seeing her step in and help out. It all of a sudden became this little family business, and I like seeing this little family business.
Oh, I love it. I'm not saying she shouldn't. I'm saying it's like maybe you should have waited a little, keep your normal job, see how things go.
I'm going to give Isabel the benefit of the doubt here. She's raised a couple great kids. She seems to have a good head on her shoulders. I think she was probably aware of what she was doing, and they're probably in a decent financial situation for her to be able to do that.
True.
If nothing else, how much was she making at the law firm? Maybe it's the equivalent to what she's now getting paid for 90 Day Fiancé. So it's maybe a fair trade-off. I think if it was Kris who quit her job and was like, we're going full sail on these boob pillows, I'd be like, you might have made a mistake.
Well, Kris did quit her job.
I know. It's probably a mistake.
Yeah.
But the amount of money she was spending on drugs in the States, she's probably doing just okay.
Yeah.
So they end up here going to another store. Gabe realizes, I don't have my logo stamp, so I can't sell the product. So this is a problem. So it's interesting to see a little business at work.
Yes. But that's it. I mean, that's the biggest drama so far they've had is this logo stamp.
There will be bigger drama. Hopefully not too big. But they're teeing it up for the family drama.
Let's see.
What an episode. Always fun to talk about.
That's for sure.
Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Hope you guys enjoyed the podcast. We're on Instagram at Married to Reality Pod. We're on Patreon, patreon.com/Married to Reality. As we said, a lot of big stuff going over to the Patreon in March and April. We got Love in Paradise. We got Seeking Brother Husband. We're going to finish up Darcey and Stacey. We got the Family Affair monthly bonuses. Patreon.com/Married to Reality. Also, make sure you just follow the podcast right here. It's so easy to do. You look down, you smash that follow button.
Guys, smash it like it's hot. Here's the beautiful review we got from Swaney Girl.
Swaney Girl.
Whoever you are, however you pronounce it, thank you so much.
One of the best reviews we've ever gotten.
Beautiful reviews.
One of the
All
best.
the reviews are great, but some are better than others. No, I'm
Well,
kidding.
they're all
They're all great, guys. I'm kidding, but this one was beautiful.
This
Thank
one
you.
was out of control. So thank you, Swaney Girl. Thank you, everyone who's left a review. And thank you for listening.
Yes.
All right. I think I've said it all.
Said it all.
You said it all. All right. We'll talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.